Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. As you guys have probably seen, version 4.25 just released about 1 hour or so ago. So yeah, it's a pretty small patch, possibly the smallest patch they've ever done, but in doing so, it's also probably one of the best ones they've ever done. I guess I'll go and bring up the changelog real quick. It's also in the description if you want to see yourself. It is extremely small though. But the most noteworthy thing is hero class changes no longer cost anything. So that is amazing. Let me go get the page back up and just go read through the somewhat more important points. I believe that's it. But here we go. But yes, the most noteworthy one, hero class change gem cost has been removed. You can now change your classes infinite times now with no delay. And it costs you 0 gems instead of 50 every single time. So that is gigantic. Players can now set your team per team slot. So every single team slot, similar to how you set your banner, can basically now have a hero class set. Hero classes are now only managed in the troop menu. So if you go over to the hero menu, don't anymore because they completely switched it over to the troop menu. And luckily the troop menu doesn't really lag as much anymore, so that's not as big a deal. But yeah, it's in the troop menu, I think next to banners or wherever it is. I'll be going over that in a second. Class wins are still based on whatever class you have set. So if you have Rune Priest set on your Rune Priest team, you'll be gaining Rune Priest EXP and everything. You still have to use your hero on your team, so be mindful of that. Hero class still uses the same talent trees. This is probably the most noteworthy point. I mentioned this earlier too, and I assumed it would be like this, and it is indeed like that. But you are not allowed to use 2 different variants of the exact same hero class. What I mean by that is you can't use Titan set up as a skull-oriented Titan and have another one set as like a more defensive one. You can't do that. Whatever you have one hero class set to is what every single type of that hero class is set to. So if you have 2 of them set as Titan, but you need them both functioning in a different way, you unfortunately can't do that. But if you need, for example, one set as Titan, one set as Rune Priest, one set as Frost Mage, another one set as Titan, both those 2 Titans you can still have, but they'll have to run under the exact same talents. And if you want to change those talents, you have to manually change them. And if you manually change them, it'll change both of them, not just one of them. But yeah, I believe that was everything that they mentioned. Oh yeah, the hero class that you currently have active is whatever one you most recently last used. That's mostly applicable for when events roll over into other events. I believe it's also applicable on the main menu as well as your guild menu, just kind of saying what hero class you're currently using. Wait, what? As classes do not appear in Arena, no champion EXP or wins for a class will be awarded. Wait, I didn't read that part earlier. Isn't that a nerf? I'm pretty sure you used to be able to obtain hero class EXP in there. They actually nerfed it. No. Well, back to Triple Warlock Valkyrie. No, just kidding. But for early game soul farming. But yeah, that's actually a bit of a nerf. You used to be able to, prior to this patch, be able to gain hero class EXP in Arena. 2 EXP per battle too, which was really good EXP for your hero. But not the best EXP in the game, but still pretty good. But yeah, unfortunately they got rid of that. Other than that, basically just legendary tasks. This is only really applicable if you're in like the best 10 guilds in the game. So that's not really noteworthy for anyone. And yeah, that's basically it. Everything else is just really, really minor changes. Obviously, it was just a class change. I was actually assuming they would do at least one other thing, but no, it was basically just a class change, which I don't mind. That's a much, much, much needed update. That should have been done pretty much since day 1. But, oops, wrong one. Oh, where is it? That's not it. There we go. But anyways, yeah. So basically, let me go over what I basically just mentioned. So, yes, new hero class stuff. So our hero class is no longer over here. We cannot enter our hero by doing that. What we have to go do now is go to troops and then click over to class. As you can see, similar to how you set a banner per team, you are now allowed to set a class per team. And yeah, you can do this for any single one. This is obviously most noteworthy for things like Guild Wars. If I actually go over to my Guild War menu right here, Guild Wars, and go over to our defense. Let's see. But as you can see, we can now set our hero class per every single one of these while still using whatever else we want in the normal battles that we do every single day. So we set Rune Priest to this one, and I end up putting in Trickster Shot in there to be able to make it work. This one's a new experimental one I'm trying out, but we are doing it with Dragon's Eye just as Titan. This one I just set to Titan because there's no point since it's not using Hero, so I might as well set it to Titan. This one uses Priest because it's pure Divine. This one uses Titan for the obvious reason because it's 4 times Giants. And this one I just use Titan because Titan is amazing. But yeah, you can now set them per team, and you can still use any other hero class. Even tomorrow when I have this as Rune Priest, I can use whatever one I want and just keep changing it into Frost Mage or Frost Mage, because I'm probably going to be doing Frost Mage, or whatever other one I want to go do. But yeah, and you can set it per team for every single one. But if you do need 2 different instances of one, they do not change. So for example, where do I have a Titan set that's actually applicable? That's a Titan. One of these. Defend green? No. It used to be defend green. I think it's defend blue now. Yeah, so for example, this one is really dependent on Titan being set and might possibly use a different form of Titan. Unfortunately, whenever we change one Titan, it does change all of them. So this Titan has to go by whatever these talent trees are. And if we were to change one of these to make it better, like changing this one to, let's say, all Giants gain 1 life and 1 magic, if we were to do that, it would change it for every single Titan team we have. So you do have to use a kind of generic setup if you are using the hero class for multiple different things, because if you don't, they'll all be stuck with the exact same one. So you kind of have to. But for the most part, you can just switch classes and it's not going to matter much. Only like really versatile classes will that matter too, and slightly be a little bit annoying, but it's still better than what it was before. Like things like Titan, Archer, and other stuff that could be run in multiple different roles instead of just a single one. But yeah, if you change one of them, like if we started changing this into like a pure attack spam thing, every single instance of it would be changed to that, not just the one. But yeah, it's pretty much everything with it. And as you can see, we could change them at whim. Didn't bother doing that yet, but this one's currently set as Titan. But then we can go change it to Thief, and then we can go change it to Warden, and then to Warlock, and we have no gem cost at all to keep changing this. And it is amazing. And also, we can use any hero class we want for anything then. Like right now, I'm trying to level up Frost Mage, so we're using Frost Mage on our key team. I do want to get that to 70 before I use it for anything Guild War related, which I probably won't be able to do before it's applicable in Guild Wars this week. But at least next month we'll be able to use it for something. I don't want to use it before it gets to level 70 because it gets 1 explosion every... well, you can't see it here, but it gets 1 explosion every extra turn once it does reach 70, which is a pretty big buff to it. And that's the main thing I'm kind of waiting on for. Yeah, this patch is, oddly enough, probably the biggest consequence that it has is on Guild Wars, which is kind of convenient that they did release it today, right before Guild Wars actually started. Also, hello everyone. Didn't even say hello yet. I was busy going over all the 4.25 stuff. Hello William, hello Marcelo, hello Churros, hello Daniel, hello TJ, hello Mummin, hello Pone, hello Overfiend, hello Steve, hello Fabulous, hello Gustavo, hello McCoy, hello Chad, hello Mr. Jesse, hello Motown, hello Demetria, let's see, hello Mehmet, I think I already said Mehmet, hello Captain, hello Osman, hello everyone else. Let's see, any questions? Yeah, you can easily switch to Titan for Delves now. It's a little bit kind of weird how you have to do it, though. If I'm not mistaken... Oh, no, never mind. You can just do it within the team. But for some game modes, I believe you do have to do it in a kind of weird way where you have to already have your hero class set and then go into the game mode. Because some game modes I don't think currently let you actually switch it. You have to... It kind of just goes by whatever your previously used hero class was. But yeah, most of them just let you switch it right on the screen, which is nice. This week's going to be a bloodbath. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of very, very strong defend teams set for Guild Wars this week. Probably some stuff we've never even seen before, too. Mainly because now anyone can use anything as far as hero classes are concerned. Whereas before, a lot of people didn't bother using optimal hero classes or teams specifically around hero classes, simply because you'd kind of be restrained if you did, due to the fact that you would have to use... If you tried setting one for defend, you'd also have to use it for invade for the entire day. So a lot of people didn't bother doing that. They would just prefer their invade team to be better, since the defend doesn't mean too much. You'd still want to win with your defend, but you wouldn't want to win that badly that you would want to take a whole day of using a incorrect hero class. But now you don't have to. You just set it to whatever and go the most optimal hero class for everything now. Which is going to make for some interesting metas within the game too. Because now every PvP team can also just run with whatever the best hero class is. Like, sometimes I don't specifically run a hero class in something. Like, this morning, I didn't bother running Warden with my 4x Beast team, just because it would have cost me 50 gems, and that would have been pointless. But now, if we were to go do that, we could, because you could just easily change it within seconds, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't cost 50 gems or anything. So yeah, it's a really nice patch. A ridiculously small patch, but a really nice one. Let's see, let me catch up with chat. How's it going? It's going pretty well today, especially after that. The update. Did you talk about what is in the event keys already? Basically, all of the goblins, plus the mythic goblin, the Iron Gut guy. It's about a 1 in 1,000 chance, but it's the first time he's been available. I don't even think he's in SoulForge yet since he's been released, but he is currently available for event keys right now. So if you didn't get him about 2 months ago, or 1 month ago, it was in December. So if you didn't get him last month, he is available right now in event keys, if you want to try for it. Other than that, Grapple Pot's pretty nice, Fizzbang's pretty nice. Goblin King in the past, I would have said, is awful. And while he's still not the greatest, he did get buffed the previous patch. Not this one, but the one prior. What else I miss? Going to be fighting so many Titans in Guild Wars this week? Why do you say that? Everyone would already be using Titan, so I don't think that's going to be any different. Of course, Titan, this patch doesn't change that Titan is still the best for almost everything. But, yeah, you'd probably be fighting less Titans, not more Titans. You'll probably see more Frost Mage, more Rune Priest, more of those very situational hero classes that are only good in very, very unique circumstances. The only reason Titan was really popular in the past, and well, it still will be, but it's just the most well-rounded hero class. So for anything that just needed a generic good hero class, always, everyone just used Titan. And while it's still the best for a lot of stuff, there are things that are situationally better than it. You're finally getting back into the game. Nice. Any good guilds you could recommend? None that I could know of off the top of my head. But if you check the Gems of War forum, I'm pretty sure there's people recruiting. It's Guild War Day right now, too. So you should be able to find one. Let me go check my own as well. Because I need to make sure I have a full guild. But yeah, people are generally really desperate in the next 5 hours to try to get a person. So if you can find any late game guilds that you like, you could probably get yourself into one pretty easily. Because anyone still looking for a person right now kind of needs to find one in like 4 hours. Or not 4 hours, within 6 hours. Because if they don't, they'll have one less person for Guild Wars. Speaking of that, how many people's in the guild right now? Oh no, someone left earlier. Oh no, we still have 30, good. Wait, is that an active 30? Hold up. Let's see. Has everyone contributed? Well, I haven't yet. Ta! Let's see. Who has straight zeros? Because I might need to kick them. No, no one has straight zeros. Yay, no straight zeros. Nice. Let's go claim our seals. And while we're here, let's go contribute our gold, since we are one of the only people that hasn't yet. Let's do 1 million for now. We'll do a little more later. Oh, whoops. Well, I clicked over. Fine. We'll do 1,000. We'll do 1. There we go. 1.1 million. Let's see. And that's the other thing that did change in this patch. Any top tier guilds that are doing like ridiculous dozens upon dozens of tasks, once you have 50 plus males, legendary tasks do collapse on top of each other. So it's almost impossible to reach 100 male now, as legendary tasks were generally the biggest thing that would cause people to roll over and lose a lot of loot. But now they fixed that. Though you'd have to be in like a really, really high guild for that to happen. Like I think my guild only got about 30 or 40 legendary tasks today, somewhere around there. You'd have to be a really large guild to get over like 50 or even 100 within a day. But there are guilds that do that, mainly on Monday reset. Anyways, what was the other thing I was going to go do? Oh yeah, I was still answering someone's question. But yeah, if you need a guild, check Gems of War forum. Or check global chat. I'm pretty sure there's people trying to find a guild in, or trying to find people in global chat 1, since it is a Guild War week. Why is it not letting me in 1? Let me in! Let me in! There we go, we're in at 1. You're doing PvP with Turtle Cannon, Sunbird, Fire Ruby, and Firebomb. Any suggestions for better? Let's see. What are you specifically running it against, though? Are you doing 1 trophies with it, or are you doing normal battles? If you're just doing like 1 and 2 trophies, you'd probably want to replace out your hero weapon with a... I'm trying to think of what covers the rest of the color while still using green. You need like a green something good hero weapon. Just trying to think of one. I know War and Peace is good, but Cannon's kind of blocking your brown. But yeah, War and Peace into Sunbird wouldn't be awful. Just trying to think of another one that might work for it, but can't off the top of my head. But yeah, just running a rush team like that should be fine on 1 trophies. I don't see why not. Or 1 or 2 trophies, depends what their stats are. For the most part, I probably won't be bothering too much with the 2x Trait Stone thing this week. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They did mention they're going to be doing something with Trait Stone sinks in the near future. But I don't know, I'm not bothering grinding yet. If we happen to need to, like when we go do Treasure Gnomes this weekend, we will. But I'm not going to go too far out of my way for it, personally. And more often than not, it's not even worth building a team around whatever gives 2x Trait Stones. Mainly because if you just win quick enough, you're basically going to be getting the exact same rate of Trait Stones, plus more loot overall. Very rarely is it actually worth doing whatever it says to use. Yes, 4.25 released, at least on PC. It should be on most of the mobile versions, if not all the mobile versions, and should be rolling out on the console versions pretty soon if it hasn't already. Yeah, 4.25 is out on PC. Not sure what other platforms it's out on, but I believe it's most of them, if not all of them, by now. Hello, Bakchan, welcome. And hello, Nagatsun, welcome. What would be a good replacement for Ubistet in the Divine Ishbala and Furnace team? Ketris. Ketris would be a good replacement. I don't know if you have Ketris, though. The biggest issue with almost anything I'm going to mention is most pure Divine teams run 2 Mythics most of the time. It's why Divine teams are normally considered endgame teams, just because a good majority of... It's not that Divines are bad. There's actually a lot of good stuff in Divines. The problem is most Divine damage sources that are actually good are Legends or Mythic, or mainly Mythic. That's the biggest thing holding people back from actually building them. But yeah, Divine teams are still really good. Priest-related Divine teams are still really strong. I haven't been specifically using Priest for Guild War Defense just because, well, we haven't been able to change to it due to the 50 gem cost. But yeah, I can go do that right now, too. We can just go use standard... I even have it set. I forget what defend it's on. I believe yellow defend. But we can even just go do that in PvP right now. We'll do it up against this. Actually, is that Divine? Might as well do Divine into Divine. No, it's not. It's like some kind of weird brown spam team. But where's my defend yellow? There it is. Yeah, we can just run... let's see, what perks am I currently running on? Edit, class, perks. Where to go? Priest, perks. Okay, also this is one of the only hero classes, actually I believe it's the only hero class, actually not one of the only, that can get +2 to a single color. There is nothing else in the entire game that can get +2 to a certain color. Oh wait. Yes, Sunspear I believe can too. Wait, was it Sunspear? I can't remember. It's either the only one or there's one other one, and I forget what that one other one is. But, yeah, it can actually get +2 to a single color. There's currently no troop that can do that, and I believe this is the only hero class, or one of 2, that can. It has +2 yellow that you can end up getting, which greatly boosts up Divine teams, because a lot of Divines spam a lot of yellows, and that's a pretty crucial color for Divines. But, yeah, it gives extra HP to Divines each turn, a lot of extra yellow, +2 yellow, 1 off the trait, 1 off the perk, and they do stack. A little bit extra magic. The other ones aren't really too good. A lot of extra magic as well. You could alternatively use like Lightstorm and stuff, or even Fairy Fire random enemy. This is a absurdly good trait. 2 life to all allies every single extra turn. So that's basically 8 total across your entire team. It ends up getting cleanse every time you extra turn, which makes it good if it's particularly tanking, and in a Divine Protector team it normally is. And just gain random stats effect. Alternatively, 8 life would be good. But, yeah, it's pretty tanky. It's really good against Divines. Like, if Bleed ever becomes meta, stuff like this is pretty nice against it. But, yeah, if you need an alternative to this team, all you do is put Ketris in there instead. And it ends up working just as fine. You just put that there and boom. And it still basically runs the exact same. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I changed my banner on this for... Normally, I would run green-blue or something for this team. The reason I'm currently not, and I have a really yellow-oriented banner, is because we no longer have a 50% mana star off of Divine Ishbala, and because of that, we can no longer one-turn Divine Protector, or at least properly one-turn it. So yeah, that's why I have it set to a bunch of yellow and red instead. But this team basically runs the exact same way with Ketras as it would with Ubestet, just a little different. Actually, in this particular instance, it's going to work even better. The AI would probably function a bit worse with it, though, if you're using it for defense. But invasion-wise, it's basically the same thing. Possibly even better in some circumstances. Yeah, let's go put the thing back in there, since this is the team I'm using for the thing, for Guild Wars. And let's go use it normally real quick against a annoying I team. I teams are going to be even more annoying now that people can use proper hero classes like Thief to have Stealthy, or just Titan in general for higher mana accumulation on it. I will grab all that brown. I don't have a drop over there. We'll stick another brown. We get in this Ubestet deck, kill both of those, and pretty much just go from there. Another little tap. All that can kind of stay. We'll get our Ubestet there, get our double kill, throw another hit down, and then we can go and let's get our kills. Take our red, grab a hit on that one, and dead. Yeah, Divines are still really nice. And that's why I have set for one to defend thingies. And now we could always have it with Priest as well. Don't even need to worry about it being something else, like Titan. It is weaker as Titan. It's one of the instances where a specific hero class is actually better. Any team for Possessed King? A lot of teams for Possessed King. You basically just put them onto any kind of team that ends up using or needing a mana accumulator. I forget what the absolute best team was with him, though. I had one set earlier. I don't know if I still have it saved. I might have overwritten it. I had several set up. I did overwrite the cheaper one, though. Let's see. Yeah, I believe I was mainly just using it in stuff like this, where it was just all-in skull spam, pretty much, for the most part. But you can use it in just about anything as a mana accumulator. Oh, I did overwrite the other fun one, though. But, oh yeah, this was a pretty fun one, too, with a bunch of skull spam. But, I did overwrite the first one. I overwrote the really, really cheap one. But the skull spam version's still nice. He's basically used like how you use a Queen Aurora for the most part. That's essentially his role. He's just slightly different than Queen Aurora, but he's essentially the same thing. Tried for the extra turn there, didn't get it, obviously. What can we do here to get an extra turn? I don't think we can do a single thing. Let's go grab that for now. And go for a Glaceon. Hopefully. Nope. Okay. I'll take that brown down. Grab a hit. Oh, that died at Death Mark. Shouldn't matter too much, though. All I really need to do is get Bloodhammer up, and that'll pretty much kill. If we could stop blocking. Let's see. We got the other one down. Also, I can't believe I haven't overwritten these teams yet. No, we did fail. That's funny. Possessed King winning against Possessed King. But yeah, you basically just use it exactly how you use a Queen Aurora. You can use it in pretty much all the same things. The biggest difference is whatever teams you're using, you need to make sure you have extra turn spam on it. What is the new patch with this update? Yeah, the link that McCoy just sent is has all the info. It's also in the description below if you're watching after the fact. Yeah, description below has it as the first link. If you want to go check it out. We also went over it at the beginning of the stream. Why did I forget to take that? Grab the gold, grab our hit. Hello, Danny. Welcome. Yeah, I personally don't care for Possessed King. For the most part. It's not a bad troop. It's basically just the version of Queen Aurora that you put into extra turn spam teams rather than any other team, like Exploders. I think the thing I hate about him is how inconsistent his ability is, even though he's not really used much for his ability. He can be occasionally in stuff like Delves, just because it's transform. But other than that, it doesn't really get much use. Unless you're up against like a really, really annoying mechanic on the opposing team. Like something like I, and trying to get a chance of 20% converting it into anything that's not I. Like teams that have like a really specific setup to them, where you have to disorient them, tends to be pretty good against those. Also makes at least a good Guild War defense too for at least one day. Good AI will overly spam it though. Hello X4C, welcome. And hello Julio, welcome as well. Which hero weapon do you recommend unlocking besides I and Key? That's pretty much it. I and Key are about the only good hero weapons. There are a few others here and there, but I and Key are, yeah, the main ones. There's plenty of other good hero weapons, but very, very few that are specifically unlocked from actual hero classes. I guess other than that, you could try getting the blue one that came in under the most recent hero class, actually. The War Priest. That's not too bad. It's a nice mana drain option if you don't have early game mana drain options to use. Other than that, because most mana drains are legends and mythics for the most part, at least the better ones. You can kind of get a mana drain automatically through that weapon. Yeah, other than that, there aren't really too many of them. Maybe the blue weapon also off of Frost Mage. It has a AoE that's really good off of freeze boost ratio. And it's basically like an early game Dawnbringer, except it's way worse than Dawnbringer. But it's still an alternative if you don't have it. Why did I do that? I should have just taken mana. I'll take Brown so he has a less chance of getting it. And he still gets it. At least he didn't hit Hero. As long as Hero stays up, we're fine. Oh yeah, we're not using Thief right now, are we? This team is actually most optimal with Thief. The only reason I'm using Frost Mage right now is I'm trying to level Frost Mage to 70. But this team is still more optimal with Thief than Frost Mage. No! Oh, what an annoying battle. I almost feel like retreating. But it's only one troop, so there's really no point. Well, army of baby dragons versus the thing that transformed us into baby dragons. Who will win? Well, apparently him, because all of these are awful. Oh, got Wordbreaker. Oh, well, we had Wordbreaker. The only one that was good, and he hit the exact one that was good. Really? Only one of the three that was even remotely useful. Though he probably had such a high mana cost that we weren't going to get him anyways. Okay, let's roll again. What do we got this time? Dragon Soul! Whoop! Nope. Every good one, he just goes for immediately. Good job. It's not even targetable, it's completely random. Yeah, he keeps hitting the exact best one every time. Hello, Gamora, welcome. You just watched a fellow countrywoman of yours, Madison Keys, wipe the court with one of the... Wait, what? Oh yeah, nice. My bad. I misread that slightly initially. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's really nice to see gem cost finally removed. Probably the best thing that has happened for a while now. Mainly because of the versatility that it allows with hero classes. Like right now, even though we're using Frost Mage, we can go right back to using Titan and Delves if we want to. I don't think we're going to bother to, but we can if we wanted to. Or if we needed to. Yeah, ideally every single defense team this week would end up being something like, well, you know, just weak stuff, fire bombs, anything pure blue. But most people won't probably bother doing that. I technically have mine set as a weak blue. I have mine set as 4 Stormheims. Or, I mean, Stonehammers. So as long as someone's not using a Skull Spam team, it'll be easy. And even if they are using a Skull Spam team, it'll be easy, but it'll take them like 10 minutes to win. But yeah, my defense team is technically pure blue. It's not an easy pure blue, but they'll manage. They'll find a way through. Cast damage still does 100% to him. Any idea on a red Guild War team? Lately, I've just been using Yagwe into Divinia. Has been my personal favorite. Mainly because the amount of people using freeze seems like it has increased a lot recently. So, yeah, I've just been using an anti-freeze version. And using that quick Divinia into Yagwe is a really good way to counter freeze, while still having a lot of damage. And the HP that Divinia gives you does boost ratio Yagwe's damage. Reset it to 4 peasants. We could. We technically could. Though the absolute best defend team this week would be some combination of chalices. Like a bunch of chalices with a lance knight or something. Well, technically even just 4 chalices. The problem is if everyone sets 4 chalices, then 4 chalices won't come up as often, because of how the matchmaking thing works. It would have to be like 3 chalices and a lance knight, and 3 chalices and a hero, or 3 chalices and whatever, just so that it would come up more often. Because how matchmaking works now, it tries not to do the same team over and over again, which is why you see less fire bombs and stuff. Because a lot of people still have their team set as fire bombs. Because a lot of people that have their team set as fire bomb has it set as 4 fire bombs. Can I show it? Oh yeah, sure, I can go show my Guild War team real quick, as soon as I take out this penguins. Because I want to show it against a real team, not a free blue team. Yeah, that still wasn't enough to kill her. I even got that gold just to make sure it would, but apparently not. Okay, there we go. Hello, Bojorn! Welcome! Hey, level 60. 10 levels to go. Anyways, let's switch over to... oh, no. I don't want that. I don't want that either, but it's easy enough that I guess we'll go for it. Let's see. Guild War Red. Where's my Guild War Red? Guild War Red. Guild War Red. Guild War Red. Where is my Guild War Red? There it is. Okay, Divinia, Yagwe, Infernus, and Alchemist. I end up changing into Alchemist just because I felt like we needed more mana. You don't need the Infernus, or you can run any other support troop or damage source as well. Probably a damage source is because you can use Yagwe as your only damage source, but if he dies in Guild Wars, you're kind of out of luck, because you're probably dead at that point. Also, since we can now set hero to anything, I might actually replace out Infernus and try putting hero in this. I'm not sure yet. Problem is, what red hero weapon would be a good frontline tank that wouldn't block everything too much? Yeah, we got an Alchemist. Not much I could do it on. I could do it on red, which is the last thing we ever want to do it on, so we'll just clear the board. Nothing else that gets us more damage as well. We'll Alchemist away whatever we can Alchemist. That goes right into Infernus, so that we can go through his ability. Also reburns them. If we have alignment, we'll throw it. If not, we'll clear the board with either this. Oops, I should take an action turn. With either this or the Divinia. Go do whatever with that. It's all good. We'll go and throw a another thing right there. We don't need to worry about that. Just go throw down another Divinia. And after that, we can go throw another Yagwe. And as long as she doesn't revive, that's dead. Okay, and of course he revives. Throwing Infernus at that. And he revived into another thing that has a revive. It didn't come in with traits because of what it died off of. Yeah, there we go. What does Skeleton Key do? You don't have it? You get it from 250 wins on the Thief Hero class. Thief Hero class can be obtained from Zejin. There's also an event for it this Thursday. But as far as what it does is it deals damage to the first and last enemy, and it's boost ratioed at a 2-to-1 ratio based on gold. Generally, it's used with Cedric Sparkle Sack because that doubles your gold, 100% bonus, so double whatever it was basically, from 100 up to 200, as you can see right there. And then we use something like Greed, which gives us an absurd amount of gold immediately. And there we go. We already have pretty much enough damage to start killing stuff. Then we just get a little bit more gold, and we're good to go. So I do have keep. I believe we need a little more gold before we actually throw it down. Another way around that is to use a hero class that gains 5 gold per turn. Let's see, is that enough to kill? No, it is not. Ever so slightly. But we'll just kill it through with this. That's within kill range of the skulls. And we just repeat the cycle. And it just keeps getting absurd damage based on our gold until we reach the cap. How are Guild War defense? Any new ideas? I did change up some of them. Most of them are already based on old stuff, though. Like, most of them I didn't bother changing up. It's just now they're more optimal than what they were. But, yeah, some of them I might tweak. I'm still not certain yet. But here's my current defense. I somewhat showed it on an earlier video, too. I didn't really explain them on the earlier video, but I could do them now. I didn't want to start explaining them because I had a feeling I'd be there for like 10 or 20 minutes explaining all my defend teams if I did. It'd probably take up like half the video. But, yeah, as far as Red Day, I'm sticking with Dwarves, but I'm throwing in Trickster Shot. The biggest issue with this in the past is there wasn't a good green-purple that fit under this, but now there is, and that is Trickster Shot. It's basically like a Mang that keeps gaining more and more magic, which basically means more and more true damage. So you basically get up to one-shot range. What's really nice about this hero class is not only does it synergize with all the Dwarves, it has Dispel, which also synergizes with the fact that everything on this team is basically a one-shot related ability. This is a one-shot ability. Lord Ironbeard is one-shot. Lady Ironbeard is one-shot. And Highforge, even though it hits 2, is kind of set up in a one-shot manner due to how concentrated the damage is. But yeah, like 3.5 one-shot troops this team has. And generally the biggest counter to one-shotting troops is Barrier. And we actually have Dispel, which allows us to get rid of Barrier. So every extra turn, so that's really nice. You can bury every brown off of Rune Priest. This counts as a dwarf, so it's a 4 times dwarf team. We're getting a bunch of benefits like extra life and attack every extra turn, and the whole team is immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, and all that, and devour. And yeah, it just works out kind of nice. So basically, kind of pretty standard team for this, just with a Rune Priest in there. Next one is a little bit of an experimental one. I didn't quite know what to do with this because I didn't want to build like the normal team that was built with this because we already needed High Ironforge for that team because normally High Ironforge is used in this team. But I built a half I team, half Kraken Queen Mab team. I basically combined them together. Basically there's 2 different teams running in this team. There's a Grimlet Dragon's Eye, which is normally supposed to be ran with 2 other troops, and a Kraken Queen Mab, which is normally supposed to be ran with 2 other troops. But I basically just combined them together and hoping that it works for Green Days. Green Day has a lot of freeze. Alternatively, you could use Frost Mage here. I'm using Titan just because Titan, but Titan's just amazing. But yeah, alternatively, if you already use Queen Mab or something, Frost Mage is going to be really nice as an alternative freezer. It's the only thing that you can really do that's super viable that has first turn freeze, even quicker than that of Freeze Mab. So it's really good against green teams because most green teams do run loop. Even if they're not running green loop, they're probably running Yagway or something in order to loop off of that. But yeah, green is the most notorious day for looping, so for the freeze there. Purple I didn't change at all, just standard goblins. I might change this eventually. I've noticed it's been going down in win rate, but it still gets those random wins occasionally. And because of that, I've kind of just been keeping it. And for that reason, hero class doesn't matter. Obviously, with a 4 times Divine team, I'm using Priest instead of Titan. Obviously, for this team, I'm using Titan, not just because Titan's amazing, but it's a 4 times Giant team, so kind of have to use Titan. And this one, I'm just using Titan again, just because Titan! And there's nothing else to really put in this team to really make it work, unfortunately. They're all different types, and Titan's just the best overall, so it just fits there. But, yeah, it's the current rundown. The ones I might change are my Green Day, and, I'm not quite sure about the others. We don't know which I should change, because this is pretty solid. This is pretty solid, though kind of inconsistent, especially if it gets frozen. Which is weird that I moved it to Blue Day. I used to run it on green, but I wanted to switch it up some. This is fine. There are some things slightly better, but it gets some pretty solid wins sometimes. This is basically the same thing. It can easily be destroyed, but get some really solid wins once it gets going. Biggest issue with this, though, is a lot of people might try countering it with Frost Mage. Since you have to keep in mind, the inverse is also possible now. Not only can you defend with any team, but you can also invade with any team now. So people might start always running Frost Mage against Goblin teams, which is possible on every single color Guild War day. So, I don't know, maybe I'll retire this one, because this team might actually be ridiculously bad. If someone has a level 70 or a level 100 Frost Mage, it is going to completely fail against they're going to completely win against this team, I mean. Yeah, this is the current rundown I'm going to be doing, and we'll see how it goes. I don't believe I'm super high in the guild, though. How much data will I have? Oh, no. We're all the way on Vanguard. Wish we were a little... Oh, come on. We were, like, a few points away from getting to Herald. Yeah, we're not going to have that good of data this week, then, on how our defends are doing, because we're only going to get, like, 5 battles per day, approximately. A pretty small amount. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing too many. But we'll still have some data and see how it goes. Enough to see if they at least win. Anyways, let's grab our event stuff. I should probably go do some delves, because I haven't even done any yet. You want to make sure I get that done. I believe I delayed yesterday's delve too, just in case the patch today didn't actually come. But it did, so now we have 4 delves to go do. Most of that will be off stream though. But yeah, you can also set your hero class to whatever you want in here. I don't know if I really want to though, but I don't know. What do we not have leveled that can actually function in this team? Problem is, I believe the answer to that is nothing, because it was really just Rune Priest or Titan. So I might just put Golgotha back in here and just run it like that. Because I don't think we can actually passively level any hero class anymore by doing this. At least not realistically. Oh yeah, that does remind me. I need to go get Death Knight maxed. Frost Mage to 70 is my main priority though. But then I also want to get Orb Weaver to max just because it's so close, and Death Knight to max for basically the same reason. And then worry about the rest of them whenever we get around to them. But anyways, let's go put this into... we already got Rune Priest max, so let's get rid of that. Let's go back to double Golgotha. Also change our banner back to double yellow. And that'll be that. Oops. Oh no. Oh no! I'm always used to clicking in this general area to get the banners. Now we have to do it a little bit more to the left because of the button there now. Do you have to have all your defend teams up before tomorrow? No. You can change your defends, as long as it's not the day of, you can change your defends at any time. So on right now, before the event starts, you can change any of them. Once it changes over to Tuesday, you'll be able to change all of them except for your Tuesday defend, and so on and so forth. But yeah, on Tuesday, once it rolls over, Tuesday defend will be locked in, but you can still change all of the other 5. The only ones that locks in are the current day and all the other days that already passed. But you can change any of the other ones that haven't happened yet. You put Doomblade in Defend Blue. What do you think? You can run Doomblades for Guild Wars. I personally haven't tried building around that yet or testing what kind of win rates they can get. But, yeah, I assume it would work. I don't see why not. They get to start with 12 mana, or, you know, they get 12 mana every single time they cast. The only big issue with that is the enemy would never have a Doom on their team. Like, there's almost 100% chance, especially if they see a Doom weapon. They definitely won't run a Doom then, even if they were. But, yeah, it's never going to get that extra spawn. So you're just going to have to hope the AI actually uses it correctly. The biggest issue with that is the AI is probably not going to use it correctly. So it doesn't really matter that it keeps getting mana. It's just going to keep incorrectly using it over and over again. I don't know. I'd personally say probably don't bother with them. But I've never actually personally tested them. But I feel like they would fail. Not because it wouldn't work, but under AI control it wouldn't work. And for a defend team that matters. Yes, color only matters when attacking. Your defend team can be whatever it wants. Well, the restriction to invading is that they all have to be of the color of the day. But you can repeat them. Basically, the inverse is what you have to do for defends. For defends, it could be any color you want, but you cannot repeat them at all. All 24 of them have to be unique in order to get the maximum amount of points, which is 12,000 free points, 2,000 per day. And there's no point in not doing that because that's a lot of free points for doing basically nothing other than making sure all your defends are unique. You're not getting hero XP in Explore? Are you accidentally using a hero class that's already maxed? Let me go double check. I haven't actually tested the Explore since this patch. I'll go double check it. And I'm pretty sure you can still get EXP in Explorer. If it currently isn't giving it to you, it's probably just a temporary glitch. They didn't bother beta testing this, so who knows how many glitches there are. Even when they beta test it, there is glitches still. But anyways, let's go check Explorer. I guess we'll just do Mrs. Scales. I think we're still low on them. Well, yeah, we'll just do it with this team. We know for sure we don't have it maxed yet. I didn't see anything mentioned in there that they removed Class EXP from Explorer. That's a pretty big nerf if they did, actually. If it's not in Explorer challenges or any of that. Let me see. No, you still get one. You still get the normal EXP. Yeah, it's still giving me 1 EXP too. Just gave it to us. Make sure you're not accidentally using a hero class that's already maxed. Also, make sure your game's up to date. They might have done a little mini patch or something. Or, you know, a mini patch on a mini patch. Like those ones that move those decimal points upwards. Let me see, like these. Yeah, they already did. It's on 4.25.02, which means they've already updated it at least once. Because I think it would normally be at 0.0 or 0.1. So they updated it already at least once or twice. So make sure that's the version that you're currently running, or a higher number. Because on that version or higher, it should be working. Hey, Treasure Gnome. Oh yeah, by the way, I kind of forgot to mention it until the end of yesterday's video, though I have been mentioning it some. But Vault event is Friday, so yeah, you'll be able to get a lot of gnomes then, particularly Vault keys from those gnomes. Oops, I forgot to take that. Also, why am I doing Explorer? Oh yeah, we were just testing the thing. I was gonna say, I have no need to do Explorer right now. Well, actually, I kind of do. I need to go get Frost Mage leveled. Also, I just realized I'm using Key Team Explorer. That's a fail. It still works, but that's not the proper team. Anyways, back to Underworld. Let's go get at least 1 delve done. Less I'll have to do later tonight. Let's see, on to this one. Yeah, I know, I have no clue why they nerfed Arena. Well, I kind of do. Well, I kind of do and I kind of don't. It makes sense to a degree, because your hero doesn't actually do anything in Arena, for the most part. The only thing it really did was count what your type was, and that was only applicable for Dragatar and a few other really, really specific instances within Arena. But I don't know, I don't think they should have nerfed it. That really affects early game soul farming, because now you don't gain class EXP while you're doing early game soul farming. There's no viable way anymore to do class EXP while early game soul farming now, because Triple Warlock Valkyrie can't fit it, and you used to just do Arena instead. So now it's kind of weird. It doesn't affect late game at all, though. So that's at least nice. But I don't know. That seems like a weird nerf to do, though, of all the things. It makes sense, kind of, but I don't know. It really just nerfs newer players for the most part, which is something they very, very rarely ever do. How did they nerf Arena? You no longer gain 2 EXP per battle anymore. You gain 0 EXP during Arena for your hero. And it used to be a good way to gain hero XP while farming souls. It was one of the few reasons why I said Triple Warlock Valkyrie is not as good as spamming Arena for soul farming early game. But now it kind of is again. There's still other rewards you get from Arena, though, too. You still get pet gnomes, you still get ingots, and stuff like that. But, yeah, unfortunately, you don't get class XP anymore. So if you do want to do normal soul farming while still getting class XP, the cheapest you can really do is Dragon Soul, Double Azurus, and Hero set to any hero class that has Purple Storm. And that's basically the only thing you can do. Oh, whoops. I didn't even realize we had a Cedric room. I should have taken that ages ago. Whoops. Didn't realize there was a Cedric room here. Fail. Would have went for that first thing if I would have known that. Arena's not too bad for leveling a hero class. You can get about 1 win per minute, approximately. It's a little bit slower to 1 win per minute. But, yeah, that's not too bad. It's about 100 to 120 HP per hour. That's not like Explorer, where you could do easily upwards of 180. But it was still good, particularly for early game. Though early game couldn't win that quick, but it was still pretty good for early game, given the options that they have. Yeah, everything about Arena and late game is awful. The only thing that's not awful about late game Arena is trophies. It's actually technically still the highest trophy right in the game, but that's very, very rarely applicable. Unless your guild's like competing for trophy leaderboards. It's the only time it's really relevant. I don't think really most people care about that anymore these days. Pretty sure there still are some really try-hard guilds that do. But I'm pretty sure most guilds don't really bother much. Only like the top like 10 or 20 guilds probably care about that. If even that many. Have you ever considered using the War Gear troops that do triple damage against specific colors? Like Wild Fang? Very occasionally they could be okay. Though the biggest issue with them is they generally do not have enough damage to one-shot this late in the game. With how high stats are, due to all the factors, it's normally not enough damage to kill. And if it's not enough damage to kill, they're almost guaranteed going to win. Like if it takes 2 casts to kill them, it's not going to work. If you can do it in 1, it will, but the problem is it normally takes more than 1. Like for example, Wild Fang I think would do about 100 or yeah, about 130 damage to us in Guild Wars. The problem with that specifically in Guild Wars is that would not be enough damage to kill us, I don't believe. Because we would get the stats from the bonus thing. What is it called? They're not called statues, whatever those things are called. Those little things that you can upgrade to level 1 to 5 that you can do every single week. Those little perk things end up giving you enough stats that it's normally enough to outlive it. Because you gain way more durability than you gain offense from them. Earlier when I was talking about the best hero weapons, you never mentioned Mang or Black Manacles. Oh, I wasn't mentioning hero weapons. I was mentioning hero weapons that you get from getting 250 wins on the hero class, which is why I didn't mention them. Someone was asking what are the best hero weapons off of hero classes, which is basically just, for the most part, it's just Dragon's Eye off of Dragon Guard and Skeleton Key off of Thief hero class. And there's a few other ones like the War Priest's new Anu weapon symbol thing, and a few others that are okay here or there. But it was mainly just those two, as far as ones that are actually good off of hero classes. Yeah, basically everything beyond 1 million trophies in this game is useless. You technically gain no benefit from having over 1 million trophies for your guild. Everything beyond that just for the sake of doing it. The only other thing that it somewhat technically, I guess, helps for is recruiting. Because you can say your guild is like 7th place or 5th place or 1st place or 20th or whatever it might be. But that's about the only thing that a high trophy count really helps you with. Beyond 1 million. Okay, I'll throw the Infernus down. Grab herself a Mercy. This team is in such a weird order, but it doesn't really matter much. The game's blessed for everything, so we won't be able to burn them anymore. I don't think this could be a big deal, but oh well. Oh no, actually that's somewhat a big deal. We are now blocked on yellow. I can no longer get yellow into Infernus to go feed mana back into him. Right after one cast, I'll fix it. So we'll do that. Or growth it back down again. Nice little cascade of everything. Explode everything. Grab the hit again. Mystic Skull, all good. Explode. Oh, we don't need to worry about the Infernus or the Gorgotha blocking the Infernus anymore, at least. Oh no, he's about to die! Oh wait, that's actually a really big problem. If he does. Like, we won't lose, most likely. But, we could. Yeah, we could. We gotta kill it with just skulls and, extra turns. It's probably possible. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Yeah, let's take that. Okay, not that big a deal. And then we kill him in, now. I thought that would be a little bit harder. Never mind. I keep forgetting. We have a ridiculously high amount of attack damage. There we go. That was easy. Yeah, I'll do most rest of those off stream. But does anyone else have anything else related to the patch that you want me to go over? Let me know. Because I do want to do that before I end out the stream. But yeah, it basically just allows us to use any hero class at any point now. Oh! Oh, wait. Oops. Why am I doing that? Whoops. Well, at least we got another copy of the Legend. That's not where I need to be opening them. I need to be opening them in Sea of Sorrows. Well, good thing we didn't do a 200. That would have been a fail. But yeah, I will be going and doing videos going over some of the stuff related to hero classes. Thursday we'll be going over Thief and basically just everything with it. Because I don't think I did a video for it initially. And tomorrow I'll probably just be going over this patch again and kind of the implications that this kind of change has on various things within the game. Though mostly it's just Guild Wars. Guild Wars and very slightly Delves and slightly these other events. Like, for example, you can easily do the class events with whatever you want and switch between them or use the new class and not have to worry about all that. Yeah, it's pretty much the only things it's really helpful for. Various events, whatever the guild-related event is, and Delves. And this allows you to use the... Oh, yeah, I will be doing a video, probably Wednesday, I think we'll do the best hero classes one. As far as a quick rundown on it, the only thing you really need to know... well, my personal 5... Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's not under there anymore. But, I don't know. As far as best 5, Titan is undoubtedly the first. Thief is probably second. From there, it is very situational. But I'd probably have to say... Rune Priest is third. Priest is fourth. And Frost Mage is fifth, kind of. Like, everything other than Titan and Thief is kind of in a weird... There's basically 4 categories or 5 categories of hero class. There's Titan. He's just his own category. There's Thief, which is in second place, which is pretty much just his own category. In third place, there's basically every single thing that has half mana start. In fourth place, there's all the things that don't have half mana start that are situationally really good. And fifth place is basically everything that is just situationally awful and has no half mana start. And that's basically the rundown of the categories of hero classes. But, yeah, we'll be going over that more in depth later. As well as just literally going over every single one again, one by one. And probably maybe even making teams for each one, too. I don't think I've ever done a video where I showed one team per hero class. It's something I meant to do, but that was a lot of teams. But I think I'm going to finally do that, because now would be the time. Sometime this week. Definitely not all at once. But yeah, over the course of the week, we'll be releasing videos going over pretty much everything with hero classes. Oh, yes! Code! Sorry. Yeah, let me go do a code. I do have the code thing set up. I almost forgot to give one out. Until everyone said code. Though I am low on codes, I still haven't gotten more yet. But whoever's streaming tonight, I'll just ask them after stream. And hopefully they'll be able to bank them at some point. But let me see. Let me mark that. Copy. Save. Let's see. Make sure it works. Boom. Save. Refresh. Put that over there. Paste. Copy. And there you guys go. Sorry for the delay. Gives the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, and 2,500 gold. Your invite code, actually use it on gemsofwar.com underneath game code section, or simply click the link over in the description. Invite code is whatever your game says underneath the settings menu. The redeem code is that random gibberish of numbers and letters. Just go, actually, just use copy paste on it, and yeah, there you guys go. But any other questions before we end out stream, or anything else you specifically want me to cover with hero classes? Because I'm probably going to be spending most of this week doing various hero class guides. So, would love to hear ideas if you guys still have any that you wanted to mention. I don't know if I'll have another one every single day, but I definitely want to cover at least like 3, if not more. Oh, they canceled the stream. Oh no. Salty does the stream because he's the only one not drunk by 9 a.m. there. That's not true. I didn't even realize they canceled the stream. Let's see. No, Salty's not the only one who can make codes. I'm pretty sure Syrup can as well. I'll just contact her on the forum later. She's probably busy with 4.25 stuff at the moment, but she'll probably be able to get around to it in the next day or so. Anything else you guys wanted to mention? Otherwise, I guess I will catch you all tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll mainly just be going and doing the delves and just going over basically 4.25 and everything with that, which is what we also did this stream. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the patch. It's a very, very small one, but a one that has been asked for ages. It's been like a year-long thing, pretty much. Probably even longer than that, because hero classes have been out for like, what, year and a half, 2 years now. Of course, the whole leveling system with them hasn't been, but the whole you know, just them existing thing has been around for a decent amount of time. Syrup does have lots of no hero XP in Arena Ramble today. I know, that's probably the worst thing that did happen this patch. I thought they could do at least one patch without any controversy, but that is a little bit unfortunate that Arena no longer gives the XP. Because it mainly only affects newer players, which is the awful part about it. Because even if someone like game is using Arena to farm trophies, if they're to the point where they can realistically just go and bother farming trophies, they probably have almost every hero class maxed to begin with. Hello, Starlight. Oh yeah, a little late, unfortunately. But yeah, just go back previously into the stream. We covered everything. But if there's any specific questions you want to ask, just let me know. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. I guess I'll see you all tomorrow, same time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, we'll do a video covering everything that happened today with the most recent patch. Hope you all enjoy. Best of luck with the hero classes. And I will catch you all later. Bye, everyone. And good night.